There you go. We can get the next game going. Oh, and he's gonna top out there at 453. Like, that just got higher and higher, and there was no clear way out of that. Oh, and he's gonna dead drop the T right in the middle of the board. That just sucks really bad. Oh, an overshift on the S piece there, and oh no, and a misdrop on the square on top of that. And yeah, that's gonna be it for future, I think. Yeah, like a series of dead drops, and gonna get the Tetris to go up to 618. Future needs an L, and it's not gonna get it in time right there, and he's gonna not be able to move the pieces anymore that high, and he's gonna be done at 462. Poopy with the sweep there. 4-0, very well done.
We got a ready from Ian, and from then let's go for game number 1, starting the countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Just need a little bit here. Yeah, for some reason Ian's boards stacks look very choppy. I'll work with it for now like this. Ian right now setting up Dan in a similar situation. Ian at 1900, Dan at 26,000, getting the first Tetris to 25. Dan at 71, Tetris for Ian at 31. Ian's Tetris ready, Dan is getting ready. Dan is waiting for a lumbar. There's a Tetris for Dan at 94, Ian at 56. Tetris for Ian at 79, Dan at 140. Let me check where did this stand here. That is for Ian at 126, that's for Dan at 164. So Dan remains in the lead, then Ian trying to catch up. Ian at 160, getting Tetris to 148, catching up. Dan still waiting for a lumbar. There's a lumbar Tetris for Dan in the lead at 190. And another Tetris to 213. Tetris for Ian to 173, so pretty much 2 Tetris separating them right now. Dan going into some delayed burns. Let's see what's gonna be his strategy here. He has a double J dependency. Tetris for Ian catching up again, 196. He's clean. Dan playing from row 3. Tetris ready. Dan at 190, Ian at 199, Tetris for Dan at 241. Ian is Tetris ready. Tetris for Ian now at 223. Dan at 245. Ian is Tetris ready. Dan is still going to some burns to clean up. And it looks like we are having a delay on the lumbars. Lumbar came a bit late for Ian. Dan is still in a dig. Ian is Tetris ready at 228, Dan at 250. Ian takes the Tetris, takes the lead, 251. Still a very close game. They're separated by pretty much 2 singles. Dan a bit checking his head as the lumbar is not coming at the right time. There is a dirty Tetris for Dan at 276. Ian 274. It's a pretty neck and neck game. Tetris for Ian at 297. Dan at 277. Ooh, Ian had a, I don't know if that was intentional tuck setup, but these pieces are not good for Ian. Ian right now trying to fix the board at 299. He's in the lead as Dan is also digging high. Let's see who's gonna get out of this. Ian at 302, Dan at 285. Dan is opening his win and getting a Tetris, taking the lead. No? Oh, there was a double, sorry, my bad. I don't know how to read anymore. 295 the score for Dan. 307 for Ian. Ian trying to open his well, and Dan doing the same. Then at 297, Ian at 314. Tetris for Dan now. He's in the lead at 320. Ian at 317, trying to regain the lead a little bit. He's much clearer now, but we are now at 100 lines, so lots of game time going by here. There's another Tetris for Dan. Dan is in the lead at 344. Ian at 322, trying to clean up. He's finally out of it, and now he's gonna build again. Dan with a dirty setup. He's gonna settle for the triple. Then at 350, Ian 326. Tetris for Dan, Dan at 375, Ian at 326. Tetris for Ian at 375, Dan at 349. Tetris for Dan at 397, Ian 349. Dan is in another Tetris to 372, Dan at 397. Ian is ready, Dan is waiting for the lumbar. Tetris for both players. 422 for Dan and 397 for Ian. We're now on the last lines. 3 lines left for Dan. Transitioning a Tetris looks like. Ian is gonna has room for up to 2 Tetrises. We'll see if he goes for those 2. Tetris for Dan transitioning at 448. Ian is gonna get a triple, and now he might just go for burns. His Tetris ready on his last line, but he's gonna go for burns to 406 and a triple to 412. Then getting a Tetris to 479, Ian at 414. Tetris for Ian at 443, Dan in the lead at 507, Dan is cleaning up. Ian is doing some work on his stack. Tetris for Ian now at 474, Dan at 510. Tetris for Dan at 543, Ian at 476. Triple there for Ian, and his Tetris ready. Tetris for Ian 510, Dan at 551, so Dan remains in the lead until the paces are pretty similar. Not actually. Dan remains in the lead for now. At 556, Ian at 551, both players in a drought, and they are waiting for a lumbar. Dan gets a Tetris to 592, Ian is still waiting and gets his lumbar to 551, so they're separated by less than 2 Tetrises right now. Ian is Tetris ready, getting a Tetris to 582, Dan at 598. Ian setting up for a column 8, going for a double, trying to maybe reform, going for a road, column 3, and gets a Tetris to 615, catching up. Dan at 630, very close game. Ian is setting up, Dan at 639, and Ian at 618, both players waiting for a lumbar. Tetris for Dan, Ian is still waiting. Ian gets a lumbar for the Tetris at 649, he's cleaning up. Tetris ready again, 650, Dan at 675, Ian going for burns. Dan at 675 still waiting for a lumbar, that is not coming, came late. Ian is Tetris ready at 657 and gets a Tetris at 792, very close to Dan at 714. Tetris for Ian takes the lead at 725. Dan is trying to get his stack clean, but Ian is going to get Tetris ready pretty soon. Tetris for Dan in the lead again. Tetris for Ian in the lead. This is a very close game, and we are on level 27 already. Dan at 746, Ian 760, Tetris for both again, 794, then reaches level 28. Ian having a very unbalanced board, needs to fix the board, doing some good job here. He's going to get Tetris ready in level 28, waiting for the lumbar. Oh my goodness, Ian is still committed to the lumbar, but that lumbar is not coming for either player. A triple for Dan, then takes the lead, and then, oh no! Oh my goodness, that was so close. Dan called it on the triple and was able to take it pretty much in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So Ian setting up, then doing the same. Tetris for Dan, then getting the first Tetris, Ian following suit. Yeah, I don't know, I mean, I've been having issues with the prior ROM in past streams. Last time was like T-Stone versus Oscar. Oscar was using the CTWC Mexico ROM and T-Stone was using the prior ROM, and both were looking pretty bad for some reason. I don't know, it could be just mock being mock. But we got Ian in the lead at 71, but Dan back in the lead at 91. Ian is Tetris ready, Dan is Tetris ready, both players waiting for the lumbars. Tetris for Dan, 114, Tetris for Ian, 94. Ian going for a double well. Tetris for Dan, 136, Ian is Tetris ready, 95. Tetris, Dan is Tetris ready just now. Dan has a lumbar dependency on the left side, so this is an opportunity for Ian to catch up. Ian right now at 118, Dan at 139. Dan is clean, but is setting up still. Ian's gonna get a Tetris and takes the lead at 142. Dan is Tetris ready though. Ian is setting up still on the left side, needs a T or a Z. Getting neither yet. Oh, that misdrop of the J from Ian will force him to dig. And there is a Tetris for Dan. Dan in the lead at 166. Ian need to get out of this. Tetris for Dan, 189. Ian is still working on his stack. Ian right now at 156, Dan at 191. There is a double there for Ian. Ian needing to open as well. Oh, this is a very rough sequence here, and he gets it well open. Dan at 201, Ian 188. So Ian didn't fall behind that much. It's actually gaining some pace. Dan at 210 got a lumbar as well, it was blocked, so he needs to wait for another. Dan is going to. Oh, Ian's going for the not going for the left well. Oh, but these S's are not helpful at all. He will need an L. Gets the L. He might set up a... Oh, nope. Not column 6 yet. He's going for delayed burns. Ian at 201. Dan at 259. Tetris for Ian. Ian now at 224. Dan at 259. Tetris for Dan. Dan at 284. Ian need to clean up again. Ian is Tetris ready. There's a Tetris for Ian. Dan is still waiting for a lumbar. She'll get it soon. Ooh, but he's blocking. Okay, he blocks as well. This is not looking good for Dan. Dan gets a Tetris though. 310. Ian at 248. Dan is ahead in the lines though, as he's been scoring more Tetrises. Ian is still waiting for a lumbar. He's getting it, and there's a Tetris for the Ian. Ian now at 276, Dan at 336. Tetris for Ian. Ian now at 299, Dan at 359. So Ian 3 Tetris behind pretty much. Although pace-wise, it might be slightly less than that. Both players Tetris ready. Tetris for Ian. Dan has created a hole in row 5, so This will force him to burn as he is going to block the well. Not yet. He's gonna get a Tetris. 389, but now he's gonna get digging. But he cleans up pretty quickly. Then at 391, Ian 322. Ian playing dangerously high, goes for a double, but he blocks the well. He needs to clean up. We are now approaching the last lines. Ian's getting the lumber over. Then is getting a dirty left well to 415. Ian at 330. Dan is already 17 lines away from transition. Ian at 334, he's pretty much 21. Nice Z all the way over from the left to Ian. Ian is much cleaner now. He gets a Tetris. Ian at 359, Dan at 421, Tetris for Ian 382, Tetris for Dan 444. Ian is setting up, Tetris for Dan at 467. Ian at 384, so Dan building a very strong lead, but 19 is coming and both players need to get ready. Dan has room for up to 2 more Tetrises, 5 lines away. Ian also 2 Tetrises left, 5 lines away. Ian is building, Dan is building, both players waiting for the lumbar. Dan blocked the well as the lumbar came and transition is gonna come at 476, is gonna dig high, and he lost control of the board. And he's stopping out at 476. This is a chase down for Ian. Ian needs 477, 477. So this looks pretty doable. He's less than a Tetris and change pretty much away from this. He's gonna take it easy. Yeah, Dan was keeping the lead through the whole game, and then suddenly that top out will pretty much give Ian a big advantage to catch up. He's just less than a Tetris away. 2 triples pretty much in change will be more than enough. He's playing it very safe. Ian at 460, Dan at 476. Okay, so Ian right now at 471, he's pretty close, just less than a triple, pretty much a double and change at this point. There's a double, and there's a change, almost there, 300 points, and there he goes, 479, GG. Ian makes this match even 1-1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I need to change my settings here on my email because I have to extend my out of office leave until the 13th. It's been saved. Anyway, we got done with an early dig. Just 1 Tetris each player, and Ian also having to go for delayed burns, but he might be able to get a lead if he just gets a Tetris, and there he goes. Down with the lumbar depends on the left side, gets the lumbar over. He's still needing to clean up. Okay, we got Dan at 35,000, Ian at 96. Tetris for Dan, 61, and he is cleaning up. Ian gets another Tetris to 121, maintaining a lead. Tetris for Dan at 84, Ian is Tetris ready. Getting the Tetris to 144, and Dan is need to clean up on the left side. Oh no, the S came late, but he is clean and Tetris ready. Tetris for Dan at 109, Ian at 144. Tetris for Ian at 167, Dan at 109. triple there for Ian, and Ian is Tetris ready again. Dan is opening his well. Both players waiting for the Lombard. There's the Lombard. Tetris for Dan. Tetris for Ian. Ian at 197. Dan 136. So Dan in 3 Tetris behind pretty much. Ian is pretty much clean. Both players Tetris ready. And again, they're waiting for a Lombard. Ian is adjusting. Dan gets a Tetris. Ian gets a Tetris. Dan at 160. Ian 228. Then Ian set it ready. He's gonna create a hole though in column 5. Needs to be very careful. He's filling it in and opens the well. Ian at 230. Dan at 164. Tetris for Dan. 193. Tetris for Ian. 255. So still a 3 Tetris lead from Ian. Ian is Tetris ready. Dan is dependent on a J or an L, but not getting either. Getting the J. Okay, he's getting some burns, trying to clean up. Ian at 278, Dan 199. Ian now getting into some burning, so this will give Dan some chance to catch up. But Ian's cleaning up pretty quickly. Actually, Ian is almost 100,000 points in the lead. So Dan has lots of work to do here. Tetris for Dan, then 331, sorry. Ian 308. Tetris for Ian at 331. So yeah, pretty much 100,000 point lead here from Ian. Both players are Tetris ready. They're waiting for the Lombard. Ian is need to advance the board on the left side. It's getting very rough for both players. Tetris for Dan, then trying to reduce the gap and getting another Tetris to 52. Ian couldn't use those Lombards, so he will have to keep waiting for another. There's the Lombard though. Tetris for Ian. Ian at 358. Dan 280. Ian is coming into the Tetris. He's doing it so he can open the hole. We have crossed 100 lines on both players. Ian right now at 364. Dan at 304. Dan is Tetris ready. Ian is Tetris ready. Tetris for Dan. Dan reducing the gap to 330. Ian at 365. Tetris for Ian. Ian at 388. Ian is Tetris ready again. Both players waiting for the Lombards. We are now approaching the last lines. Ian is waiting for the Lombard. Dan is doing the same. Looks like they are waiting, and there's the Lombard just in time. Tetris for both players, and another Tetris for Ian. Ian now at 433. Dan 356. We are now on the last lines. Ian has 15 lines left. Dan has 13. Dan is Tetris ready. Ian is setting up. Ian is Tetris ready now. Dan gets a Lombard for the Tetris to 379, and a Tetris for Ian at 458. Ian is Tetris ready. 2 Tetris to go. Tetris for Dan. Dan has room for up to 2 Tetrises. We'll see if he goes perfect. He is getting another Tetris to 424. He will need 2 Lombards to get the Tetris before transition. We'll see what's he decides. He's gonna clean up transitions at 425. Ian still has room for 1 more Tetris, and he transitions at 506. So the gap's starting to reduce a little bit. Ian and Dan 60,000 points apart. Tetris for Dan. Dan's 474. Ian 513. So the gap is starting to reduce to less than 40,000 points. Ian going for a triple, trying to maintain the gap here, but Dan is going for the Tetrises, which will give him some advantage. Dan is Tetris ready. Ian Tetris ready, sorry. Dan is needing to clean up. Ian is waiting for the Lombard. Oh, Dan's losing control of the board, needs to reach the left soon. He's getting the Z over. He keeps digging down, getting the Lombard over as well. Oh no, Ian couldn't get the Lombard over. He's stopping at 529. Dan needs to chase this down to 530. A miss quick tap from. Oh no, and a hang from Dan, making top out to 487. So Ian takes game number 3 and is at match point. I'm so cold right now. Vamos Dan, says Evesy. And we get both players off. Dan in the lead at 51. Ian at 48. Tetris for Dan. Tetris for Ian. Ian at 72. Dan at 76. Same line count. Ian is Tetris ready. Dan is Tetris ready. Tetris for both players again. 100 for Dan. 95 for Ian. This player is doing a very good job. And we are having Ian going for burns. Dan blocking a very high well, so there's gonna be trouble for Dan. Dan at 102, Ian at 101, so Ian's with the opportunity to catch up and actually take the lead. But Dan gets a Tetris, opening the well just in time, and maintains the lead at 128. Ian at 124. Very well played there from Dan. Dan at 130, Ian at 127. Tetris for Ian, Ian at 150, Dan 131. Ian is setting up, Tetris ready. Ian right now at 150, actually taking the lead as Dan is burning high. Oh no, that J misdrop. Will he be able to survive this? Oh, that L was so bad, blocking a very important well, and with this, Ian is taking game number 4 and the set. Very unfortunate, but this is not the end for Dan. Dan still has another playoff to play to stay afloat in Division 3, so let's wish him the best. And yeah, it's not over still for Dan. Let's start the game number 1 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, he was warming up her hands and Dan is at it. So far we get both players still setting up. We have Eve Tetris ready, Dan Tetris ready, and there's a Tetris for Dan. Dan at 22 with some push and points on top of that. Same for Eve. Get Tetris for Eve. Eve now at 45. She's in the lead now. But Dan responsible for the Tetris of his own. Both players playing very cleanly. No burns at all yet for either player. Looks like Eve and Dan are setting up their first burns. They are Tetris ready and waiting for a Lombard. They're pretty much the same score, separated by just push and points. Tetris for Eve, she takes the lead at 69. Hey now. Dan not getting a Lombard soon. Tetris for Eve, Tetris for Dan. Dan at 70, Eve at 91. It still says, I don't know, on the layout. Oh, on the layout. It was like, my bad. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. I was like, what? Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna shrink this a little bit. Thank you for letting me know. Hello, Tetris. Hello, Ian. This is best of 7. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for the comfort, because this is a playoff between divisions. Alright. No more scoffing-us, I hope. Let's have a look at the players. Right now we have both players pretty neck and neck. 166, both players separated by push and points. Very even game. Tetris for both players. We got Eve at 189, Dan at 190. Dan going for a delayed burn. Eve is Tetris ready. She had to open the well, and there's the Tetris for Eve. Eve in the lead at 412. I'm sorry, 214. I don't know how to read numbers. And Dan having to open the well still. Getty will help. He will need an S, and the S is perfect here. Tetris for Dan. Dan at 219. Eve at 214. Eve with a high Lombard dependency. She's blocking the well. Tetris for Dan. Dan in the lead at 242. Eve at 222. Less than Tetris separating them right now. Eve is going for a Tetris and she gets it. She's now at 246, but Dan maintains the lead at 265. Eve is going for a couple burns. Eve is Tetris ready. Dan is needing to get several burns as he added lots of weight on top of the well. Tetris for Eve, Eve in the lead at 272, Dan at 266. Dan cleaning up. We are reaching the midpoint. Dan at 269 hey now, and Eve at 273. Eve needing to open her well, Dan needing an L. Things are not looking good here. Tetris for Dan, 298, Eve at 300. Both players pretty neck and neck, Eve in the lead at 324 after a Tetris. Dan gets a triple and opens as well, but only good for a triple again. Tetris for Eve, Eve now at 346, Dan gets a triple to 311. Okay, there is some burning here from Eve as she tries to get back in score position. Dan still doing the same. 317 for Dan. Eve at 357. They're separated by less than 2 Tetrises. Eve is Tetris ready. Tetris for Eve. Eve now at 380. Dan is still needing to clean up. Eve is Tetris ready. She's at 380. Dan at 325. Tetris for Dan, 348, Eve at 403. Eve is gonna get some burns, getting Tetris ready. And Dan is clean finally, trying to get the right pieces to get Tetris ready. And there's a Tetris for Eve, Tetris for Dan. We are now on the last lines, Dan currently with 18 lines to go. And Eve with 16. Eve in the lead at 451 and another Tetris to 474, over 100,000 points lead for Eve. Dan is getting the Tetris to 395, trying to reduce the gap here. He has an L tuck, gets the L, gets the tuck, and he's gonna get a Tetris to 418. Eve with a very high dig. She's slowly opening the well again. Tetris for Dan at 441, Eve at 477. We are now on the last lines. Dan with the last one Tetris to go, same for Eve. 464 for Dan and 501 for Eve. Dan is Tetris ready. Dan is opening his well. Tetris for Eve. Dan transition at 488 and Eve transition at 526. So Dan behind Eve at less than 2 Tetris. Tetris for both players. Dan is Tetris ready. Eve is starting up. Eve is still waiting. Tetris for Dan. Dan catching up. 537. Tetris for Eve. 576. Dan is Tetris ready. Eve is Tetris ready. Dan waiting for the lumbar. And this is the Tetris for Dan. Dan now at 564. Eve at 580. Tetris for Dan at 600, Eve at 612. Dan going for a triple, unfortunately one block short. Hello Underdogs Cup. We have Dan at 607, Eve at 641. So just over a Tetris separating them. Eve is getting pieces over all the way to the left, and there's the Tetris for her. 669 hey now. Dan still waiting for a lumbar. Lumbar's not coming, getting the Tetris finally to 644. Tetris for Eve, Eve at 701, Dan 645. Tetris for Dan at 674. Tetris for Eve, Eve at 731. Dan is Tetris ready. Tetris for Dan at 703. Eve and Dan a Tetris away from each other. Eve is gonna go for delayed burns. Dan is Tetris ready. Dan needs a lumbar. There is a lumbar for Dan at 733, going for a triple. He's now in the lead at 740. Eve at 740 as well. Dan 741. It's a very close game. Triple for Dan. 750. Eve at 772 taking the lead with a Tetris. This is a very neck and neck game. Both players doing a very good job. Eve right now at 776. then gets a Tetris to 784, but Eve responds with a Tetris to 807. Dan is setting up. Dan is going Tetris ready, Tetris for Eve, Eve at 841, Tetris for Dan, 818. This player is doing a very good job here. We have Dan at 820. Ooh, he needs a J soon. He's going for delayed burns, going for a square. He gets a lumber over. Eve also in a dig. Eve at 852. Dan, Tetris ready at 828. Dan waiting for a Lombard, and Eve has a very rough board here. Dan taking the lead at 865. Eve still going at it. Eve trying to clean up. 859 the score. Eve reaches level 28. She's still doing the dig. Eve at 865. Dan at 901. Dan has room for 2 more Tetrises. He's gonna set them up for them. He only has room for 1 more, and Eve is gonna get a Tetris to 899, getting a triple to 802, and Dan reaches the kill screen at 942. So Dan takes game number 1. GG. Very strong game from these players, and Dan is 1 game up. GG. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Players are off. Dan with 11 push-on points. Eve going for a first burn to clean up. First Tetris for Dan. Dan needs an L. I'm sorry, J. I don't know letters anymore. He's gonna go for delayed burns. He now has a double dependency for a ST, but he's not getting either. So he's gonna get into his early dig. Ooh, and a double flip of the T is gonna be very messy. Doesn't Dan look like Ali has Fudos, yeah. Not familiar too much all on the with the chess world, to be honest. But if anybody in the audience wants to give an opinion on that, be my guest. We get Eve laying very high. Dan at 55, Eve also is 55. Eve gets her well open. There's the Tetris taking the lead to 80,000 and a triple to 86. Tetris for Dan, 79. Eve playing from row 2, getting another Tetris to 109. Tetris for both players, 102 for Dan and 132 for Eve. Eve now in the lead by Tetris and a half pretty much. Eve setting up the Vits. There's a Tetris for Dan and then the tuck from Eve. Eve at 132. Tetris for both players. Tetris for Dan at 147, Eve at 155. Tetris for Eve. Eve now at 178. Dan is Tetris ready. Dan waiting for a lumbar. Eve setting up. Dan is waiting. Still stacking cleanly. And there is a Tetris for Dan. Dan at 170. Eve is Tetris ready. Dan is setting up. Tetris for Eve. Eve maintaining the lead at 203. Dan at 171. Very close by. Tetris and a half score difference right now. Double. Tetris for Eve. Tetris for Dan. Dan at 196. Eve at 226. Eve so far with a clean board, but this is looking a bit messy. Nice spin there from Eve. Eve with a triple setup. We'll see if she goes for it. She's triple ready. She's gonna go for a double. She's gonna just burn it down, looks like. Eve right now at 232. Dan getting the Tetris and taking the lead to 245, but Eve is already Tetris ready, so she can take the lead back anytime now. There's a Tetris for Dan, Eve. Eve now at 257. Dan at 245. Dan in the lead at 268. These players are gonna exchange leads for the time being. For a second, Eve had a rare triple J dependency. Oh my goodness, that's the worst thing. Ooh, Eve kneeling pretty high. She's Tetris ready again. Tetris for Dan. Dan at 292. Tetris for Eve. 282. And another Tetris for Dan. Eve is in the lead at 305, but Dan is Tetris ready. Dan is waiting for the lumbar. Dan is waiting for a Lombard. Eve is building. Tetris for Dan. Dan is in the lead at 318. And another Tetris to 340. Dan with a T-spin setup. Gets a T. Misses the spin, however, so he will have to clean up. Tetris for Eve. Eve at 332. And she's opening her well on the left well and right well. And then is gonna get another Tetris to 366, maintain the lead. Eve is waiting for a Lombard. She's going to keep pushing, avoiding burns as much as she can. Ooh, she had to settle for a double and a single to open her well again. Eve at 336, Dan at 389. Ooh, Eve in trouble. She opens the well, gets a Tetris, but now her top of the board is looking pretty messy. She gets another Tetris to 382. Dan remains in the lead at 390. Dan gets a Tetris to 413. We're approaching the last lines, already crossing the 100 lines for each player. Dan at 413, Eve at 387, Tetris for Dan. Dan at 435, Eve 388, Tetris for Dan. 458, Eve is clean, Tetris ready, and there's the Tetris for Eve. Eve at 412. We are now on the very last lines. Eve has room for up to 15 lines, up to 4 Tetrises. Then getting Tetris room for up to 17 lines. Now only 15. Both players with a very similar footing. There is a Tetris for Eve. Eve cleaning up. Tetris ready. Tetris for Eve. Eve now at 460. Dan gets a Tetris to 506. We are now on the last Tetris for Eve. Eve is cleaning up, trying to set up for her last Tetris. Tetris for Dan. Dan still has room for 2 more. 529 the score for Dan. Eve at 562. Tetris for Dan. Dan setting up for a last Tetris, looks like. Lots of squares though, so that will force him to burn. Most likely he will have to transition with the burns. Eve right now at 486 already in level 19. She's trying to get her well open. Ooh, these pieces are not helpful. This is getting rough. Eve is trying to survive here, still doing so, but for how long? She needs the right pieces. She's getting them over to the sides, but still not able to open fully. She needs to get pieces over to the left. She's unable to, and she's down at 493, and Dan is good for game number 2 at 563. GG. I'm saying, get your hair a little fluffier. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Dan with early tucks. Eve so far with a clean board, almost perfect clear setup there. Then going digging early on. Tetris for Eve. Eve getting the first Tetris. Then playing high. We'll see what's gonna be the strategy here for him. He's gonna get some burns. Interestingly, he's gonna go for the slow burns. But he's almost out of it, so that's good. He might go for the column. No, column 5. He's gonna just burn it down. He's gonna go back to the right well. Eve at 30,000, getting another Tetris to 52, and there's another one to 75. So Eve in the lead. Dan is setting up. Tetris for Dan. Dan at 61, Eve at 101. Tetris for Dan at 83, Eve is still waiting for a Lombard. Playing high, she's gonna go for a triple, and then the Tetris for both players. 106 for Dan, 130 for Eve. Eve so far maintain the lead. Dan is Tetris ready. Eve gonna get a Tetris to 153, she's building for another one. Dan still waiting for a Lombard. There's the Lombard. Tetris for Dan at 129. Eve at 153, Dan is Tetris ready, Eve is Tetris ready as well. Tetris for Dan at 152, Tetris for Eve 177. Tetris for Dan at 175, Eve at 201, Dan is adjusting, Eve is adjusting as well. Going for a delayed burn. Tetris for Dan, then catching up, 199 for Dan, 203 for Eve. Both players have Tetris ready. Eve blocking the well, she gets the well open then, and there's a Tetris. She maintains the lead at 227, but Dan responds with a Tetris of his own. 222, Eve is cleaning up. Dan is Tetris ready. Eve setting up some tucks, and there's a Tetris for Dan. Dan in the lead at 246 after a Tetris. Eve is opening her well, and there's a Tetris for Eve. Eve at 254 taking the lead back, but Dan responds with another Tetris to 269. Hey now, looks like Dan wants to avoid going for anything other than the right well, and he is Tetris ready again. Eve at 254, Dan at 269. Hey now, Tetris for Dan at 291. Dan and Eve is pretty close to each other, although Eve having a very high dig. She's going for a triple. Tetris for Dan at 316. Tetris for Eve, 269. Hey now, Eve is setting up. It's gonna go for a triple. Still trying to take her stack down. Ooh, that Z flip. Not sure what's the purpose of it. She's gonna go for a triple with that one, cleaning up, and she opens the hole in row 2. Dan remains in the lead with another Tetris to 362, building a strong lead. Eve is finally clean, she's gonna get building. Tetris for Dan at 385, Eve at 285. So Dan's 100,000 points in the lead pretty much. Tetris for Dan at 408, Tetris for Eve 308. Dan setting up, looks like he will go for a left well. He's setting up. He's gonna go for a couple burns, and he's Tetris ready from the left well. Dan at 408, getting the left well Tetris and transferring back to the right side. Eve at 320, 430. I'm sorry, Eve at 332. Dan 431. Dan again for a left well. Dan is getting the Lombard, gets the Tetris to 554. We have crossed 100 lines, and we are now going to the very last lines. Players must be very careful with the stacks right now. So we got Eve going for a row 2 dirty. Tetris for Dan having a hole in row 2. He will have to clean that up. He's gonna get into a dig. So this is an opportunity for Eve to catch up. Tetris for Eve to 387. Dan at 480. We have Eve 17 lines away from transition. Dan is 21 away. Dan is still setting up. Eve trying to wait for the ZT and gets a T finally. Dan is clean. Eve is setting up. Dan at 492. Eve at 394. Tetris for Dan at 515. Eve at 395. Eve playing very dangerously high. She needs to get the stack down as soon as possible. She only has 7 lines to go. She gets the well open, gets a Tetris. She has room for one more Tetris, and she's gonna go for a triple to 427 to transition. Dan has room for one more Tetris. We'll see if he goes for it. Dan at 525, Eve at 456. Dan's gonna have to burn, and transitions at 526. So Eve is still behind. She's gonna go for some burns to try to clean up. Eve at 459, and then remaining the lead at 536. Tetris for Eve. Eve at 485, trying to catch up here. Dan is still trying to get himself in scoring position. That square went over one column too much, so he's fixing it. Dan is Tetris ready. Tetris for Eve. Eve at 539, very close by. Dan at 543, so Eve has been catching up, but that T placement will force her to get digging, and Dan is getting Tetrises now. Dan at 573, Eve at 543. Dan is needing a Lombard, gets a Lombard, needs pieces over to the left. He's Tetris ready. Eve gets a Tetris, Dan gets a Tetris. Eve at 675, Dan 604. Tetris for Dan now at 632, Eve at 579. Dan is setting up. Eve is Tetris ready almost. There she goes, and there's a Tetris for Eve. Eve now at 609. Dan going for a triple, trying to open his well. 611 for Eve. Eve looking to get Tetris ready. She's going for a strong double well. She's Tetris ready. 616 for Eve. Then the Tetris to 646. Dan remains in the lead at 674. Eve is Tetris ready. Dan gets a Tetris to 704. Eve is Tetris ready. Eve having a very unbalanced board, needs to rebalance it. Gets a Tetris, gets a double, gets Tetris ready. Eve at 680 gets another Tetris to 713, reducing gap. But Dan is Tetris ready already at 735. He had to block the well, gets it open. Gets another burn. Eve right now at 715 gets a Tetris, takes the lead by a second at 747. But Dan responds with a Tetris and he's back at 775. Eve and Dan pretty close to each other. Tetris for Eve, Eve in the lead at 781, but right then Dan takes a Tetris and he's back in the lead. Eve is Tetris ready at 783, Dan at 806. Tetris for Dan, then now at 839. In a J going for a triple to 848. Eve playing high at 747, she needs to open her well. This is looking pretty dangerous. She's opening her well. She gets the well, she's waiting for the Lombards, but she's running out of line. She only has room for up to 3 more Tetrises. Dan is still in level 727. Eve is Tetris ready, gets another one. She has room for 1 more Tetris. She needs 2 Lombards for this. Gets 1. It's 864, but that is already 919. This will require 39 play, and Eve is not able to survive. It's getting the Tetris to 900, but Dan is already good at 922. Taking game number 3, and he is at match point. GG. And then 1 Tetris short from the max. He can get some 1,000 points. Still taking game number 3, and we have game number 4 coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Both players started with a T, and they have the same placement for it. So far we get E with a J dependency, uses a Lombard for 8, converts into an L dependency. Same for Dan, cleared the J dependency, and he is Tetris ready. Eve is Tetris ready. Tetris for Dan, Tetris for Eve. So far players have been playing very cleanly. Eve only setting up Tetris for Dan, 45,000, Eve at 23. Eve is going to set up a double well. She's Tetris ready. Dan is still setting up. Eve is waiting. Dan is waiting. Both players having a similar drought, although this is not same pieces. Tetris for Eve in now at 49. Dan still waiting. Tetris for Dan, then back in the lead to fit 70,000. Eve is Tetris ready though, and she's gonna take the lead 73, but Dan responds immediately after to 93. These players are gonna be neck and neck. We have Eve right now at 96 and Dan at 95. Dan is setting up. Tetris ready. Eve is Tetris ready. Tetris for Eve. Eve now at 141. Dan at 98. Dan is setting up things. Eve at 165, maintaining the lead, taking the lead and maintaining it, that is. And there's another Tetris for Eve. Dan is not getting Lombards. He's currently at 106. Eve at 188. Tetris for Dan, finally 134. Tetris for Eve. Eve maintains the lead at 210. Very strong lead from Eve. Dan still trying to get in his current position. He is Tetris ready. Eve at 210, Tetris ready, just 1 block away. She's not going for Tetris readiness first. He's building his stack first. Ooh, that's an overshift, but she fixed it immediately. Dan in trouble, however. He has a double L dependency and a J dependency. He gets a J and an L, but he needs another L now. He's gonna get burning. Then at 144, Eve at 257. Very strong game from Eve. She's getting another Tetris to 280. Dan trying to get his stack open. Tetris for Eve. Eve at 302. Dan gets a Tetris to 172. Eve needs a is getting Tetris ready. She's maybe waiting for 2 lumbers. No, she's gonna go for this Tetris ready board as quickly as she can. Tetris for Dan at 196, Eve at 306, Tetris for Tetris for Eve 329, Dan at 196, Dan clearing the lumber dependency in column 4, and he is now opening his well for a Tetris, getting the Tetris to 221. Eve responds with a Tetris to 351. We're now in the second half of the level. Eve right now getting Tetris ready, Dan Tetris ready as well, Tetris for Dan, Eve still waiting, Eve going for a double, there is a Tetris for Eve, Eve now at 245, then at, Eve at 380, Dan at 267. Hello, somebody saying that we need to do predictions. I think it's kind of late. I forgot to do that. We have Dan right now at 292 and Eve at 425. Eve is ready. Dan is still in the Tetris. It's the perfect time to go all in on Evesy. That's true, but I don't know if there are any other mods. Ian is a mod. Ask him. Yeah, Eve is going very strongly. Tetris for Eve. Eve now has 473. Dan at 339. Tetris for Dan. Then now 362. Eve at 473. Eve right now, status ready. Ooh, she creates a lumber dependency on the left side that can be dangerous. She's gonna lower his stack, but that compromises his status ready, her status ready board. She's going to go for a dirty. She's status ready. Oh my goodness. Eve is clean up, but she now needs a J to open this. Not getting it yet. She's still waiting for it. She has a double J dependency. Now converts one of them into lumber dependency. Gets a lumber. Dan is catching up. 432. We're now on the last line. Tetris for Dan. Dan with 2 Tetrises left at 455. He still has room for up to 3. She's Tetris ready. 10 lines left for Eve, and Dan only 4. Dan is is building. Eve is Tetris ready. Eve at 516. Dan 478. Tetris for Eve. Eve maintains the lead at 539. Dan at 479. Tetris for Eve. Eve at 562. She has room for one more Tetris. Tetris for Dan. Dan transitions at 505. Tetris for Eve at 586. Her transition score. Okay, looks like Eve is Tetris ready. Dan going for a dirty triple. Gets a triple and he's back to the bottom. There's a Tetris for Dan. Dan maintaining, still trying to catch up at 538. Eve remains in the lead at 616. Eve needing to clean her board. Hannah saying, I realized that's the old hydrant rip. True. Dan at Tetris to 691. Dan Eve getting Tetris to 648. There is, let's see, there's a Tetris for Eve, maintaining at 678, Tetris for Dan, 626, trying to reduce the gap, but Eve remains clean. Eve is gonna go for a couple burns. Eve is Tetris ready, Dan is Tetris ready, Dan waiting for a lumbar, Eve doing the same, Dan got a lumbar late, goes for a triple. Eve 283 gets a Tetris, now she needs to get cleaning. Eve right now at 713. Dan at 638, so still a very strong lead for Dan. Goes for a row 3 Tetris to 669. Hey now, Dan is Tetris ready. Eve is trying to dig down. Then Eve now needs a lumbar in. Oh no, that early shift from Eve. She's losing control of the board. She's getting pieces over to the sides, but not sure how much she can survive. She's stopping out 721. This is a chase down 4. Dan needs 722. So this looks pretty doable, but it's still not free. He's blocking the well as lumber king, so he will have to wait for another 721 the score to get, and there's the Tetris, and Dan takes it 4-0. Very strong game here from Dan. Congratulations. A bit unfortunate for Eve because she was doing a very good job maintaining the lead throughout most of the games, but Dan was a stronger player today. And there's Dan going on his victory lap. Let's see how far he goes. Step is ready. He's getting the Tetris. He's now with a chance of a max out. Okay, didn't pan out unfortunately. Doesn't matter. He takes the win. GG. Very good games from Dan. Let me set up the scene here. There we go. Here is Dan, the winner of this playoff, and he remains in Division 3 for the next season. Congratulations. So I think this pretty much ends this today's stream. I'm gonna check what's coming up later. Upcoming streams. Where is this? Kind of tired, sorry. Where's upcoming matches? Oh, my bad. There we go. So there will be another playoff tomorrow between Portal and Curie at 15 UTC. This was a match that I was hosting but ended inadvertently, so hopefully we'll have a recovery, a complete match tomorrow. Div, and yeah, and then on the weekend we have Poopy Allhaver's former futures between Divisions 4 and 5. Melon Soda versus Bandy in Divisions 4 and 5 as well. So, well, wishing the best for you players, and we'll see how things go. I'm gonna raid someone, I guess. So, any suggestions, players? Let me see who's playing Tetris today. Aside from myself, we had Duckpie doing the non-start practice. OBKE123 doing some max out runs. Enchant the Magic Man doing some streams. So I'm gonna go for Duckpie unless somebody else has another suggestion. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Duckpie. Let's go for it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your days and the weekend. Bye bye.